Have you ever caught yourself thinking that, despite all the achievements of modern life, feelings of overwhelm have become a daily reality? Why does this happen? We are constantly under pressure from countless desires and tasks, and sometimes it feels like life is slipping away from us in a whirlwind of busyness. In this video, we will open the doors to the world of Stoicism, exploring how the philosophy of minimalism can help us eliminate the unnecessary and find inner harmony. At the end, you will find a practical guide that will enable you to implement a Stoic approach in your life and free yourself from unnecessary burdens. Are you ready to change your reality? Watch until the end. You will be surprised at how easy it is. Stoicism offers us a unique perspective. Our mind can become an island of order in the turbulent sea of life. We live in an era of abundance, where we are surrounded by an endless array of goods, services, and information. However, this abundance often becomes a source of stress. Things accumulate, tasks multiply, and time slips away. Stoic philosophers argued that true happiness does not come from quantity, but from the wise use of what we have. They teach us to discern the important from the trivial, helping us focus on what truly matters. The first step on the path to Stoic minimalism is realizing what you truly need. Poverty is not defined by the amount of material wealth. A poor person is one who is constantly striving for more, without understanding that they already have everything necessary. This is not a call to rid yourself of everything. Rather, it is an opportunity to focus on what truly matters and brings joy. Imagine your life as a large garden. Each bush and tree represents your belongings, tasks, and commitments. When the garden becomes overcrowded, it becomes tangled and difficult to care for. Instead of being a source of joy, it causes stress and anxiety. For example, you might find that you have many plants that once brought pleasure, but now require more care than they provide delight. Every time you enter this garden, you feel a slight unease at how overgrown everything has become. Why? Because too many elements distract you from what really matters. Now transfer this concept to your thoughts. How often do you feel that your mind is overloaded? How many ideas, tasks, and plans do you carry with you without even realizing it? Letting go of unnecessary thoughts is just as important as freeing yourself from excess possessions. Stoics taught, control what you can and let go of what you cannot. Imagine a situation. You are stuck in traffic. Can you change that? Number. So why waste time worrying? Instead, focus on what is within your control, perhaps the music that inspires you or a book you've wanted to read. Liberation from excess begins with an honest answer to the question, what truly matters to you? Many of us are afraid to look at our lives and see that they are filled with activities that have lost their meaning. For instance, imagine you continue working at an old job that no longer brings you satisfaction. You are afraid to leave because you don't know what will happen next, yet this job drains your time, energy, and happiness. Stoics advised, act boldly, but be sober in your expectations. Ask yourself 3 questions. What made me happy today? What drained my energy? What can I let go of to live more lightly? These questions will help clarify what truly matters in your life. The philosopher Epictetus said, manage your mind, not things. He emphasized that the inner world is far more important than the external environment. When you start to see things as tools rather than goals, you will find freedom. For instance, think about your smartphone. For some, it is a useful tool, while for others, it is a source of constant distraction and stress. Letting go of excess does not mean completely abandoning your smartphone. It means using it only for what is truly important and beneficial, directing your efforts to ensure it serves you rather than distracts you from your true goals. Minimalism is not just about things. it goes much deeper. It is a philosophy that encompasses our relationships, goals, and even dreams. Each of us has connections that no longer bring joy, yet we maintain them out of habit or guilt. For instance, imagine a colleague you once befriended, but now your interests are fundamentally different. You meet only out of politeness, and each interaction leaves you feeling empty. Letting go of the unnecessary is not a one-time action, but a gradual process. Start small. Remove one thing or habit from your life that you no longer need. It could be an old book collecting dust on a shelf, an app on your phone distracting you from important tasks, or even a negative belief about yourself. Recall the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Remember that you live now. This is your only life. Use every minute for what truly matters, as every moment spent on important matters makes you stronger. If you find yourself doubting something, ask yourself, will this bring me joy or benefit in the future? If the answer is no, let it go with confidence. For example, if you bought a beautiful but uncomfortable pair of shoes that just takes up space in your closet, get rid of them. You are not losing money. You are reclaiming space and time, freeing your life from the unnecessary. Think about your time. It is your most valuable resource. Every hour you spend on routine or pointless tasks is an hour you could dedicate to your loved ones, learning, or simply resting. Stoics reminded us we do not own time. One of the steps toward minimalism is recognizing the finiteness of our lives. This does not mean fearing death. It means valuing every moment. By freeing yourself from the unnecessary, you take a step toward the life you truly want. Imagine deciding to stop consuming news that causes you anxiety and instead start engaging in creativity, whether it's painting or writing. This small choice can radically shift your mood and perspective. As you begin the process of letting go, you will feel a lightness and freshness in your thoughts. This change won't happen instantly, but with each step, you will discover more clarity and inner peace. Remember that minimalism is not an endpoint. It is a powerful tool that helps you focus on what truly matters. Many of us experience a fear of emptiness. We fill our lives with unnecessary things to avoid silence and loneliness. However, the Stoics argued that silence is not just the absence of sound, but a space for growth and self-discovery. Imagine deciding to get rid of old, unused sports equipment that has been taking up space in your home. After decluttering, you notice that you now have room for yoga or meditation. This simple change not only freed up physical space, but also gave you the opportunity to engage in something that energizes and inspires you. Stoic minimalism also teaches us to live in harmony with nature. This means respecting not only our time and space, but also the world around us. As you free yourself from the excess, you begin to notice the simple joys, fresh air, bright days, and the sound of rain. These moments become precious when you take the time to enjoy them. For example, instead of spending time in a noisy crowd, you might choose a walk in the park, where you can appreciate the beauty of nature and reflect on your thoughts and feelings. The path to minimalism requires courage and determination. It's not always easy to let go of the familiar, but each step you take in this direction makes you stronger and freer. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. Ancient philosophers faced similar challenges, and their wisdom can be your support. Understanding the philosophy of Stoicism will help you find inner balance and clarity as you make choices in favor of minimalism. The first step on the path to minimalism is to start simple. Choose one area of your life that causes you the most stress. This could be your home, your schedule, or even your relationships. For example, if you feel overwhelmed by a packed schedule, start by analyzing your commitments. Take a sheet of paper and create 3 categories: important, useful, and unnecessary. Now sort your tasks and commitments into these categories. You might find that participating in certain events is unnecessary, while spending time with family or on self-development is truly important. Once you've categorized everything, get rid of what falls into the unnecessary category. Remember that each item or task you remove is not just freeing up space, but freeing up energy and time to focus on what truly matters. Imagine this as fresh air in your life, allowing new ideas and opportunities to enter your space. The second step on the path to Stoic minimalism is learning to say no. In our world, filled with commitments and expectations, it can often be difficult to refuse things that do not bring joy. However, it's important to ask yourself a key question. If I decline this, will anything significant change in my life? If the answer is no, feel free to exclude it from your schedule. For instance, by skipping yet another event that doesn't excite you, you can free up time for activities that truly matter for your well-being, such as hobbies or spending time with loved ones. Minimalism also teaches us to simplify everyday decisions to free up more energy for what is important. Think about your morning routine. How much time do you spend choosing breakfast or what to wear? Try planning your day in advance. For example, you might create a morning ritual that includes simple steps, such as preparing breakfast the night before or choosing your outfits for the week. This not only saves time, but also helps you start the day with a clear mind and a positive attitude. The next step is to reassess your goals. Often, we set too many tasks for ourselves, losing focus on what truly matters. For instance, if your goal is to improve your health, focus on a few key actions: regular walks, balanced nutrition, and quality sleep. Instead of striving for many changes at once, choose one or two areas that will be most meaningful to you. One of the powerful tools of minimalism is setting limits. Establish boundaries in various aspects of your life. For example, try an experiment. For 1 week, limit your television watching to 1 hour a day. You'll be surprised at how much free time you gain for activities that genuinely bring you joy and fulfillment. Perhaps you'll discover that spending time with family or engaging in creative pursuits makes you happier and more fulfilled. It's important to remember that happiness often lies in simple moments. Reflect on the times when you felt the happiest. It might be walks in the park, time spent with friends, or creative activities. When you free up time from the unnecessary, you can focus on what truly brings joy and create space for new opportunities and inspiration. Minimalism also involves reevaluating our relationship with finances. In today's world, where advertising and marketing play a huge role, we often lose sight of the true value of what we spend money on. Consider how much money goes towards small pleasures, such as takeout lunches or frequent visits to cafes. For example, by giving up the purchase of lunches a few times a week, you could save a significant amount over the year. This money could be invested in something more meaningful, whether it's travel, courses, or simply building a financial cushion. An important part of minimalism is letting go of the fear of loss. We often cling to things, afraid that we will regret losing them. For instance, old books collecting dust on a shelf could be donated to a library or charity. This not only frees up space but also brings joy to others. Instead of holding on to items out of obligation, learn to appreciate what you already have. Behind every loss lies the opportunity for something new. The practice of mindful consumption is another crucial aspect of minimalism. Before making a purchase, ask yourself, is this really necessary? For example, if you want to buy a new gadget, consider how often you will use it and how it will improve your life. This can help avoid impulse buying and focus on what truly matters. Happiness does not lie in the quantity of possessions, but in a state of mind. The Stoics argued that true satisfaction comes from within. Instead of spending money on expensive entertainment, try organizing an evening picnic in the park with loved ones. This not only saves money, but also creates memorable moments. It's important to find joy in simple things and cherish the time spent with those we love. Transitioning to minimalism can be challenging, especially if you do it alone. Find like-minded individuals who are willing to support you on this journey. Organize a decluttering day with friends or family. This can become not only a productive, but also an enjoyable experience that brings you closer together and creates new memories. Instead of traditional gifts during holidays, propose spending time together, creating valuable moments that will last for years to come. With the removal of excess comes the opportunity to dedicate more time to meditation and mindfulness practices. These practices help minimize internal chaos and stress. Take time to simply sit in silence, focusing on your breath. This will help calm your mind and think more clearly. As the Stoics noted, a tranquil mind opens up new horizons for productivity and creativity. Minimalism is not just a lifestyle, it's a profound philosophy that encourages us to reconsider what truly matters. By freeing ourselves from excess, we create space for joy, creativity, and true happiness. Each step on this path is a step toward a more conscious and fulfilling life, where material possessions no longer hold sway over our inner state. Minimalism is not just the ability to get rid of the excess, it is the art of being grateful for what we already have. In our world, filled with constant temptations and comparisons, it is essential to learn to appreciate every little thing. Instead of dreaming of a new car, stop and think about how much joy and convenience your current one brings you. This shift in perspective not only saves money, but also strengthens inner peace. Minimalism also teaches us the importance of rest and self-care. Time spent in nature or an evening dedicated to reading a good book can be incredibly valuable. Schedule such moments in your routine to counteract the constant race for productivity. Simplifying everyday tasks like meal preparation and sleep routines helps create harmony in life. For example, choose 2 or 3 simple dishes that are easy to prepare and enjoy their flavors without spending time on complicated recipes. Don't forget to let go of the guilt that often accompanies the decision to declutter. Stoics taught that we should take care of ourselves and our needs rather than cater to the expectations of others. By eliminating unnecessary commitments, you gain the opportunity to focus on what truly matters. Each night, write down 3 things you are grateful for. This not only cultivates a habit of gratitude, but also highlights how full of positive moments your life already is. All of this opens the path to your inner self. It can be daunting, but it is through this process that we find true harmony. Imagine deciding to set aside career ambitions that do not align with your desires and starting to explore what truly inspires you. Remind yourself that there is no need to rush. Minimalism is a process that requires time and patience. Start with one simple action each day. For instance, declutter one item that hinders you or accomplish one important task that has long been postponed. With each step, you will find more clarity and freedom. By freeing up space in your life, you create room for happiness, growth, and dreams. Remember, minimalism is not just about letting go of things. It is about consciously choosing what you truly need. You will have more time to enjoy life, more energy to pursue your ideas, and more space for personal growth. This is true freedom, living in accordance with your true values rather than the expectations of others. Every step on this path is a step toward a more conscious and fulfilling life. You are not only clearing physical space, but also cleansing your mind, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. In conclusion of our journey through the world of minimalism, let's remember that it is not just about getting rid of the unnecessary, but a profound philosophy that helps us appreciate what truly matters. As Seneca said, "He is not rich who has much, but he who wants little." Use this time to reassess your priorities and focus on what brings you joy and fulfillment. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, share it with friends, and leave your thoughts in the comments. May your wishes and ideas inspire others on their path to a more mindful life. Remember, each day is a new opportunity. Embrace simplicity, find joy in the little things, and take steps towards harmony. Let us be wise in our choices and cherish every moment. Thank you for being with us. Until next time.